Okay, so we're going to go through just like the basic panels and some very basic workflow here in Premiere. This is the 2018 version, Premiere Pro CC. So first off, we've got our sort of a default layout here. We're going to reconfigure this a little bit, and we're basically going to move this window here, which is in the lower left part of our screen, over up the upper left part of the screen, and reconfigure the workspace a little bit. So by holding my mouse off in the corner here, I will see that I get two little double boxes. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag that up. When I drag it up over the other monitor, over the other panel, I can see this purple highlighted area. Depending on what side of that screen I highlight, it will place that panel in that position. So you see these kind of beveled edges. So I'm going to put it off to the left. I'm going to highlight that left part as purple. Then I'm just going to let go and it will place it to the left of that panel. So now I have a different looking workspace. I can click in between any of these and drag them over and resize them. So I'm going to position those accordingly. And I can go in any corner of these panels and I can readjust the overall size. You'll notice since I moved that panel up, my timeline down here, this window, this panel expanded. And this other panel on the right became a little thicker. I'm going to make that a little skinnier because I don't need that wide. So, quick overview of these panels. To the upper left, I have the project panel, which is where I import and manage my media, my assets, my clips, my video, my music, my graphics. Next to that is the source panel, where I view each clip individually. Next to that is the program panel, which is directly related to this panel down here on the bottom, known as the timeline panel. The program panel shows me what is happening in the timeline. To the left of the timeline over here, I have a tools palette or a tools panel, similar to many other Adobe programs such as Photoshop, Illustrator, etc. This allows me to convert my mouse into different types of tools for different kinds of commands and functions. To the far right, I have a very basic audio meter. This is a composite output of my sound that is coming out of my timeline. So you'll notice as I click, when I select a panel, it has a blue outline around that panel. That will define that panel as being the active panel. So when it's highlighted like that, that means I can do stuff in that panel and I will have access to all relevant commands, functions, etc. Okay, so real quick, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to import some media in here by double clicking right here in the where you can see it says import media, because without media we don't have anything to work with. So I'm going to navigate now to a place in my hard drive and find my clips, and I happen to know that they are in this specific folder. This will be different, of course, to wherever you're working, because you're going to have a different folder structure, etc. And I happen to know that these are in here, and I'm going to bring in some of these clips that involve myself and a car. So I'm going to bring 3 of these in. I've clicked and then held down Shift and highlighted the first 3 clips. I'm going to click Open down here in the bottom of my Explorer window. Once I do that, it takes a second. You'll have this little progress bar show up, and here they come. And boom, they show up in my project panel. So for now, what we're looking at is 3 clips, and down here in the lower portion of my project panel, I can adjust the size of the icons. Realize that anytime you hover on any one of these icons, Premiere in any window, if it's relevant, it will show you a shortcut, the name of that tool or option, and a shortcut associated with it. This is a consistent thing that they do in many in the Adobe programs. Also up here real quick before we move on, as I expand these and make them larger, I can see that the icon here has a purple sort of piece of film and then this green kind of squiggly box. The purple represents video, sorry about that, and the green represents audio. So this is telling me this is a video clip with audio. So all 3 of these have video and audio. If it was video only, it would not have the audio clip. If it was audio only, it would not have the video clip, etc., etc. And I have the the reference, the name for each clip. And before I complete this tutorial, let me go back up to the top and review that there is a main menu up here, just like in any software program, and then below that you have sort of another menu, which essentially are your different workspaces. Now these are some custom ones over here, so disregard those for now, but right now I'm in an editing workspace. Let's say I was going to work more exclusively with audio. I could come over here and click on audio, and you can see that it reconfigures the workspace to what it would interpret as being a good example of an audio workspace. You can reconfigure that and change it accordingly. If I was working in color correction, then I could go over here and then that changes and it gives me like an effects control panel, etc. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my editing, except I lost that window. So it's okay, I can come up here to window, right? Come down to workspaces, and here it shows me those options again. And I'm going to select editing right here to go back to that original workspace. So as is typical of Adobe, you get multiple ways to do the same thing. In that case, because I covered up for some reason this panel, this menu, I could go back to my main menu and still access that information. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. We're going to continue in the next one working with these 3 clips so you can see how the other panels operate.